A new survey shows that 81% of Tory members want Theresa May to resign. But should she? A new survey by Conservative Home shows that a majority of the members of the Conservative Party believe it's time for Theresa May to resign. So let's look at these figures, shall we? It found 45% said yes and now, 36.12% said yes before the next election is due in 2022, 17.31% said no, and 1.57% said they didn't know. That means that 81.12% of Conservative Party members believe that Theresa May should step down as leader and therefore as Prime Minister either now or in the very near future. And it's almost certainly because of Brexit. Let's face it. I mean, that's the thing that's on people's minds right now. Interestingly, Conservative Home notes that the 45% figure, the people who wanted to resign immediately, is more than double compared to last month's finding. They wrote, so this month's 45% is more than double last month's and is easily the worst finding for Downing Street since this survey question was first asked in the aftermath of last year's general election. Specifically, I think this is a reaction to Chequers and their white paper for the Brexit withdrawal deal. The Chequers white paper is an absolute disaster, and it's why Tory voters are kind of leaving and going back to the barometer party, UKIP, which is something which tends to just keep the Tories in line. Meanwhile, working class voters are going back to the Labour Party, which is really scary. It's something people do, people from the kind of, the parts of the world where I'm from. It's something that people do out of habit. Their parents, their grandparents always voted Labour, so they're going to turn back to Labour now and hope that maybe they can solve Brexit somehow. We know that's not going to happen. That this whole issue is something that needs fixing in this country. But I think the question here is, should Theresa May really resign? Should she? See, I'm not sure, because I'm not sure she would actually lose the leadership challenge. If she's going to resign, there needs to be a leadership challenge and she'd need to be replaced with someone. And obviously, we'd love to have a real Brexiteer in charge, but I don't think it would happen. Most Tories are still Remainers, and I doubt that they would want total upheaval at this point, because once they come back from summer recess, they're just going to have months, basically just months, to finalise the Brexit deal. And if the no-deal propaganda is anything to go by, and I wrote about this yesterday, please do have a look, the insanity of the no-deal propaganda, suggesting we're going to run out of sandwiches, cows are going to leave the country, and we're all going to get super gonorrhea. If that's anything to go by, then it means the politicians will do everything they can to secure any kind of deal with Europe, even if it's crap. Even if it's crap, they just want to secure a deal. So I very much doubt that they're going to want a leadership challenge themselves. But the members want Theresa May to resign, and 3 out of 4 voters, according to a survey, think that the government is doing a bad job on Brexit. Pretty savvy people, I think. It's quite obvious the government's doing a terrible job on Brexit. But should Theresa May resign? I don't know. It's a tough one, I think. I don't think I can give you an answer, actually, because yes, I'd like her to resign because it means that maybe we could have a Brexiteer in her position instead, a Brexiteer Prime Minister, but no, also because I don't want to risk her being re-elected, which is probably what's going to happen, which means she's in power for longer, and the Brexit process is going to be delayed. Brexit could ultimately be delayed because of a leadership challenge, or we could even face a general election where the Labour Party gains a few more seats and forms a coalition with the other parties. So should Theresa May resign? Sorry guys, I don't know. If you want to see more from me and the rest of the Rebel team, remember to like and subscribe.